A lot of articles are going around at the moment online asking and suggesting if people think if JD is going to survive this trial, what his career is going to be like afterwards, who's going to hire him, who wants to go out with him, that sort of thing. And again, we've seen a lot of the stuff where the evidence literally points towards AH as the accuser, and she's literally the one who's doing everything that she said Johnny was doing. And when you get that sort of environment as well, where the person who is saying that someone's done all this stuff to him, they're normally the ones who are trying to push it onto other people to try and get the spotlight off them. And obviously, I really don't think that she actually thought Johnny would take her to court. I think she was thinking, if I say this, that's it. He's going to do nothing. He's not going to take me to court. No one's going to believe him. We even heard that in one of the recordings that the court was given. And there's her saying, no one's going to believe you. No one's going to believe you. And that is just crazy. Just because this is what goes against real people coming out and saying things have happened to them. Because you get people like AH who literally use it to their own advantage, even if nothing has happened to them, just so they can say, oh, if you get rid of me, I'm going to make sure your career's over. Like I said before, these type of people, all they want is trial by media. They don't want to go the correct route, which is go to the police and go through the courts. But obviously Johnny was like, you know what? No, I'm going to take you to court because you're lying and I have all this evidence. I have eyewitness accounts, I have video footage, and I have photographs stating everything that you're saying is wrong. And that came across to me today because I was looking at Variety and this is what I saw. Can Johnny's career survive his trial? So we're going to quick read this, go through it. Drink. More than $500 million vanished and allegations of this. These are the makings of a PR nightmare, enough to ruin even the biggest star's career. But for Johnny, these headlines have become his reality, as the damaged A-lister undergoes a messy trial in the public eye where he is repeatedly denied all of this. Despite his year-long denial of such behaviour, his liable trial in the United Kingdom, which ended last week and still awaits a final verdict, which we should get within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Fingers crossed. Following the actor's decision to sue The Sun for labelling this, has aired dirty laundry to a nauseating extent that would make any crisis fixer cringe. It has raised questions about whether or not the reputation of one of Hollywood's leading men can ever be rehabilitated. And it can, because this is it. He hasn't done it. He's got the evidence proving that she was lying. But like I said, when people want all of this, trial by media, no one thinks about that sort of thing. In a video I done the other day where, they literally say, because even if he wins, sadly, mud sticks. Which is very true. And that shouldn't be the case this day and age. You even had someone on Twitter, someone who's actually quite, she's in the gaming world or whatever, and she said, oh, I gotta come off Twitter because all these men have evidence proving that they're right. That just goes to show what type of people who are trying to use this whole Me Too movement to their own advantage, even if nothing has happened. So, Johnny is one of the most recognisable celebrities on the planet, ranking among the top 10 highest grossing movie stars of all time. His films have brought in more than $10 billion at the worldwide box office over 3 decades in show business. Breaking out as a teen heartthrob in the late 80s on 21 Jump Street, he then transformed into one of the most highly regarded actors in Hollywood, earning 3 Academy Award nominations over the years, morphing throughout iconic roles such as Edward Scissorhands, Sleepy Hollow, Sweeney Todd, and the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. That was the one that catapulted him to global superstardom and inducted him into the Disney Legends Hall of Fame. And I absolutely love the Pirates films. If I'm on a bit of a down day or whatever, I'm like, you know what, let's just put Pirates on. It's always good fun. In 2010, Depp was named the highest paid actor in Hollywood, earning $75 million, according to Forbes, which said his ability to almost guarantee a big box office means studios are willing to pay whatever it takes to get a bit of the Johnny magic. In the years that followed, his accolades began to fall into the shadows of his off-screen antics, questioning whether studios would be willing to pay very much at all, or would prefer to protect their brand, both at the box office and in the realm of public perception, as major media companies are held to a higher standard than ever before in the current social climate. Which is again very, very true, because we have seen people come out and say, this person's done this to people, they've done that. And they've literally just dropped them there and then, without any investigation, without looking into anything, without getting that person's side of the story, or even if they've literally gone, have you done this? There's none of that. They've literally gone, oh my god, these are in the news, get rid of them. And then obviously things come out which show that the other person was lying, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't do it. That's how bad this thing is, because, like I said earlier in the video, people, all they want is trial by media. You've even got people who've said it, the ones who are actually going through this sort of thing, the ones who are saying other people have done things, they're like, oh, I'd rather just do this because then it'll just stop him from getting jobs. But you're accusing innocent people of doing things. Doesn't that go back on your conscience? How does that make you feel? That's terrible. At stake for Johnny, the question is if the charges from the trial will overshadow his multi-million-dollar brand, which includes another Pirates of the Caribbean movie for Disney, the next Fantastic Beasts sequel for Warner Brothers, and a fashion partnership with Dior. Warner Brothers declined to comment on Johnny's involvement in next Fantastic Beasts film in light of the trial. Disney, Dior, and Johnny's publicist Robin Baum did not respond to requests for comment. Johnny's agency, CAA, was not available for comment. Johnny's personal life has always captured public interest, dating back to the early 90s when he was arrested for vandalising a hotel room where he was staying with his then-girlfriend, Kate Moss, and throughout the years he's made no secret of his hard partying lifestyle. Well, that's what it is, again, when you're young and in Hollywood. I remember in the 90s, even though I was literally, growing up, at the end of the 90s, I was 14. And even I heard stories of all these actors and everything else that, they were rock and roll stars, basically. Trashing hotel rooms. They were doing everything they could. And to them, that is like, well, that's what I've got to do. If I'm, this heartthrob or whatever, that's what they did. His bad boy appeal used to be a selling point that defined his persona, but this recent trial has brought a new definition to bad behaviour, allegedly, that may not be forgiven by the industry or forgotten by his fans. Again, no, we have seen all the stuff that AH has brought to the table, and everyone's like, yeah, but we saw you do this, we've heard you do this, and we know that you did that. During the testimony, AH, his ex-wife and star of Aquaman, claimed that Johnny did all of this to her on her 30th birthday and done this. She's been photographed with supposed marks, and Johnny threw a cell phone through a champagne bottle towards her, grabbed this, pushed her this, and Johnny, who was denied everything. He took the stand and admitted he lost $650 million due to an alleged financial mismanagement. Oh my God. $650 million. That's more than $500 million. That is crazy. Whatever the High Court's ruling may be, the legal proceedings have put a spotlight on damning accusations that paint a dark picture of Johnny, whether true or false. Regardless of the court of law, in a business where consumers drive the box office, Johnny could lose in the court of public opinion. It's obviously damaging to him, but how damaging is the question, says high-profile attorney and women's rights activist Gloria Allred, who declined to comment on a reported consultation meeting with AH in 2016, when the actress was divorcing Johnny. Allred never retained the actress as a client and has no affiliation to either party. So why didn't she actually get AH? Does she think that she was lying to her and Johnny is right this entire time? That wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. But again, the rest of the article just basically goes on to say what they've done, and we're not going to read that because I think we're all pretty clued up on what it is. But it's absolutely sad to see that people, this day and age, they don't care about going the correct and proper route. They just want to make claims so people will be like, oh my God, I can't believe he done this. Just so they can, this will hurt him more than this. And it's sad that that's what they want. It's like, If you actually have had stuff done to you, you would want to see that person be arrested and get charged. Not, oh yeah, this will hurt him now, he's not going to be in movies anymore, ha ha ha. It's not that. But this is the world we live in. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see each and every one of you soon.